Kitakubu.
What's up everyone, KitaSean here. So it's been a while since my last Servant Spotlight video, and honestly I wasn't planning to make any more because, well, you can get all this information on the wiki pages, plus other YouTubers do this kind of stuff as well. But these last couple of months I've been getting a lot of messages on Facebook, Discord, and even in person. Hey, can you make more Servant Spotlight videos? So I gave it some thought and I decided that I'll start doing it again. It won't be consistent because lately I've been really busy with work and other personal stuff, but I'll do my best and try to get as much Servant Spotlight videos out as I can. So in this video, we'll be talking about the newest welfare servant that joins Fate Grand Order, Gray. For those who don't know Gray, she is a character that appears in the novel series Lord Elmilloy Nisei no Jikenbo, also known as Lord Elmilloy II Case Files, which actually came to an end last month with 10 volumes. I'm sure many of you heard of this title because they got a special anime episode on New Year's Eve, and we'll be getting a full TV anime series starting July 6th of this year. I would love to get into more details on Gray's character and background, but it would be a huge spoiler for those who haven't read the novel or the manga adaptation of Case Files. So let's go straight into Gray's skill set, who you should pair her up with in a team, and what CEs will work on her. So once again, Gray is a welfare servant, which means that she is a servant you can get for free during an event. To be more specific, she is from the Lady Lioness Case Files event, which is considered to be a collaboration event. So for those who missed out on Gray, will most likely have to wait at least 2 years. So let's start off by looking at Gray's stats. Her max attack at level 80 is 9,456 and HP is 10,580, which is exactly the same as Ushiwakamaru Assassin. This also means that both Gray and Ushiwakamaru Assassin have the highest attack stats among the 4-star assassins. Of course, if you grail and add foes onto her, her stats will increase. For a welfare servant, she actually has very balanced stats, can actually do a good amount of damage because her stats can go past 10k with the foes alone. Looking at her hidden stats, once again her stats are very balanced. MP gain is 0.71% and defense is 4%, star weight is 99 and star rate is 25%. Now let's check out her skills. Her first skill is Anti-Spirit Combat B. It's a self-target skill that increases her attack and increases damage against undead trait enemies for 3 turns. This skill of course helps her to deal more damage to enemies, especially to the undead traded enemies. Unfortunately, there aren't that many undead rider enemies in the game, but she will definitely shine in the Kara no Kyokai Garden of Sinners collab event whenever it comes back, because most of the enemies in that event are riders, so she will end up being a great farming servant for that event. Her second skill is Release Mystic Code Seal C, a self-target skill that increases both quick and buster cards by 40% for 1 turn. It also applies invincibility 1 time for 1 turn. It's unfortunate that the effects on this skill only last for 1 turn, but it makes sense. 40% is huge, especially because it gives the buffs to the 2 main cards in her deck. The best timing to use this skill is when you use her Noble Phantasm. The invincibility is of course nice, but the timing to use it is most likely going to be off because you will use it on her Noble Phantasm. Of course, it's not going to matter if you use her as a farming servant. Her third skill is Protection of the World's NB, once again a self-target skill that increases her MP gauge by 20% and increases her debuff resist for 3 turns. No matter the level of the skill, the MP gain percentage will not change. Just slap on a non-max limit break kaleidoscope, use this skill, and 100% MP like that. The debuff resist is of course nice, especially with a lot of enemies now spamming debuffs. Like I mentioned, leveling up the third skill doesn't change the percentage of the MP gain, so you can level it up last. As for the other 2 skills, it's really preference which one you want to level up first. Personally, I think the second skill is a must to level up first. She does eat up a lot of bones and void dust, which sucks, but try to at least level up her first 2 skills to 6. Her class skills suit her very well. Independent Action A+ increases her critical strength by 11%, Magic Resistance C increases debuff resist by 15%, and Reflection of the King A increases MP gain by 10%. Her Noble Phantasm Nongo Miniado is an AoE buster type Noble Phantasm. On overcharge, it decreases quick and buster card resist. Because of all her skills that give her so much damage buff, you can argue that she actually might be the best AoE assassin in the game. Her command card deck consists of 3 quick cards, 1 arts, and 1 buster. Quick and arts do 3 hits, buster does 2, and her extra does 5 hits. Now let's start talking about which servants are best to pair her up with. Gray is an attacking type servant. She will be your main focus of the party, so you want to surround her with a supporting cast that will help her gain more damage and MP. I believe the best servant to support her is none other than her Shisho, Lord Elmilloy II. All his skills help her gain MP, can increase both attack and crit strength, which will of course allow her to do more damage and defense buff, which she lacks in. You can also throw Merlin in the mix because he can help protect and heal her, can enhance her MP with his Buster skill buff, and of course give her some MP as well, and crit star drop and crit strength. Another support will be Shakespeare, but he will only be able to buff her Buster for one turn. This means that he can't be the only support in the party, so throwing in Merlin or Waver basically is a must. You can put Scotty as a support because Gray does have 3 quick cards, so the quick buff is really nice, but you want to focus all that damage to her Buster MP. A really good non-caster support servant is going to be Osaka Bihime. She is an assassin herself, so you don't have to worry about fighting against Rider enemies, can increase Gray's MP and crit drop and help decrease the defense and remove buffs on enemies. Her MP of course helps Gray by giving her defense, which is again a concern, but also increases her quick and buster cards, which is very ideal. So basically use her MP first, then Gray's to get the extra buff. Also has some good card performance to earn MP gauge and stars. Another assassin support would be Woozy 10 because she can help increase damage and decrease enemy defense. She also has 2 quick and 2 buster cards, so chaining is pretty easy, and she recently just got an MP buff, so she can also be a support assassin that can do some damage as well. You can use a servant like Kato Danzo as a secondary attacker because her command card setup has 2 quicks, 2 busters, which will make it a lot easier to chain. Her damage might not be as great as Gray's, but she can at least help out with farming. But what makes her great is that she can protect Gray for 2 turns with her second and third skill, which applies evade and invincibility, and both skills also help out with crit star drop by 45%. The best CE for Gray is hands down going to be Kaleidoscope. If you don't have it, max limit break, it's okay. She has her 20% MP gauge increase, and again, a great farming servant. If you don't have Kaleidoscope, it's okay. Imaginary Element is a great backup if it's max limit break, but if you don't have that max limit break, it's okay. You have servants that can help increase MP. Aerial Drive and Beautiful Dreamer are great CEs if you want to focus on more on doing a bunch of damage with her MP. They both also give 50% MP gauge at the start of battle. Pharaoh Chocolata is also another option if you want to focus on her MP damage, and Imperial Capital Holy Grail War is a good CE if you want to help increase the damage of her quick and her buster cards. It also helps gain MP. Wolves Amiibo is another CE that will increase her buster and quick cards. So overall, Gray is a very balanced servant, great for farming and definitely beginner friendly. She will most likely not be great in challenge quests, but can for sure fight some Rider class bosses. If more undead Rider enemies appear in the future, she will obviously be the go-to servant. Well, that's basically about it. If you guys have another servant you guys want me to do a spotlight on, just comment down below and tell me. And thanks for watching. I'm KitaSean, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.